So he came near where I stood, and when he came, I was afraid and fell upon my face, and he said unto me, Understand, O Son of Man, for at the time of the end shall be the vision. So this vision that Daniel got didn't concern his time. This is the 2,300 evening, morning portion of the prophecy. Didn't concern his time, it concerned the time of the end. Not the end of time, the time of the end. So when does this time of the end start? And what does this prophecy tell us? Daniel 8 verse 26. And the vision of the evening and mornings, that's the 2,300-day prophecy, which was told is true. Wherefore shut thou up the vision, for it shall be for many days. So this vision of the 2,300 evening mornings is shut up. It is a sealed vision. It is a closed vision, not to be understood until the time of the end. For at the time of the end shall be the vision. So the decree to rebuild Jerusalem, as I said, went out in 457 BC. There were actually 3 decrees, but only one decree meant complete political freedom as well as the reconstruction of Jerusalem. All the other decrees had only been there for the temple. So this is the only one that we could take. And he said unto me, unto 2,300 days, then shall the sanctuary be cleansed. Now, what is this sanctuary that shall be cleansed? Daniel 8:14. The 2,300-year prophecy, there was a time period which was called the 70-week prophecy, 70 times 7 days, 490 days, 490 years. If we start with 457 BC, that ends in 34 AD, and it's divided up in 2 weeks. It's a fantastic prophecy, and it tells us that in the middle of the last week, he, Messiah, shall put an end to sacrifice and offering. The sacrificial system will come to an end, and the sacrificial system, of course, was a type of his own sacrifice. So when Jesus dies, that sacrifice, that sacrificial system, comes to an end. It is no longer necessary. It just served as a type for what was going to come. Well, 34 AD, what happened in 34 AD? In 34 AD, Stephen was stoned, and the gospel went to the Gentiles. In fact, Jesus had said to the disciples, go ye first to the lost children of Israel. So even after the crucifixion, there was work done amongst the Jews. But then in 34 AD, Paul was called, and he was to be the apostle to the Gentiles. Peter had a vision at that time where he was taken to Cornelius, who was a non-Jew, and he was very reluctant to go. But God gave him a vision of unclean animals in a sheet coming down, and Peter interprets this vision in front of Cornelius in Acts chapter 10 and says to him, God has shown me that I may not call any man unclean. So the gospel now went to the Gentiles. But this vision continues, and it ends, if you add it all together, in 1844. Now, the proof of the pudding is in the eating, and the fact that the first part of the prophecy is fulfilled to the letter tells us that this last part of the prophecy must be more than interesting to us. But Daniel didn't understand the vision, and he was told that it was sealed unto the time of the end. Now, the cleansing of the sanctuary, the earthly sanctuary, took place at the end of the Jewish year. It was a day of judgment, symbolizing the final judgment. Today they call it Yom Kippur. And Yom Kippur symbolized this cleansing. Now we'll be dealing with this in greater detail. The high priest went into the most holy. The high priest then, when he came out of the most holy, made atonement for the entire sanctuary, cleansing it of the recorded iniquities. That means all sin that was recorded was in type removed from the sanctuary. So in other words, even the record of sin was removed. That means that the redeemed will stand before God one day as though they had never sinned. There will not even be a record of their sin. So complete is the redemption in Christ. So since 1844, if this is a cleansing of the sanctuary in an antitypical sense, we have been living in what the Bible calls God's judgment hour. And since 1844, there have been some thunderous events on this planet which really need to be talked about. Now, when was this vision to be unsealed? Daniel 12, verse 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up. Now, we've already seen this in the lecture yesterday. The great prince which stands for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation. So, right at the end of time, there will come a very troublous time. To that same time, and at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. So, sometime after this event, this planet, as we know it, will come to an end, and something will take its place. There will be deliverance. Daniel 12, verse 4, but thou, O Daniel, seal the book, even to the time of the end.